inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Well, hello and good evening. And Peggy, you can leave your camera off until we invite you on. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Gregor Mascari and Robin up here in Bozeman, Montana, welcoming you to our weekly community call for January 15th, 2024. Here is the year is upon us. And I just want to take a moment and acknowledge this special day, Martin Luther King Day. And what an amazing spirit. What an amazing man. What a, such wisdom and courage. And just think what one person did changed the course of history for America and the world. And what a great man he was. I was only 16 years old back in 1968 when he met an untimely death, but his legacy lives on. And this quote really touched my heart. We all know his I Have a Dream speech, but he says, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We behold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And I was thinking how true that is, with our company, with our profession, with the business we're in, where all people are created equal. There's no glass ceiling. It doesn't matter your background, your ethnicity, education. What really matters is the character of your spirit and your determination. And we get to work together and enhance and extend lives. And what a blessing it is. So I just want to share, how blessed Robin and I feel to be part of this great company, this great movement with all of you. And then I want to invite Anne Moreau is standing by, and she's got a couple of new directors on her team. And we're going to start up by, just acknowledging them. And congratulations, Anne. You've just got such a wonderful spirit. You are changing so many lives and you're teaching other people to do the same. So God bless you. And I'm going to bow out and let you take it from here.
Thank you so much, Gregory. Well, we have great leaders. You know that, Gregory, right? You and Robin are amazing. And I have to tell you that connecting with Peggy Silfon, she's an amazing lady. Peggy, if you could unmute yourself and come on. She and Caroline have partnered together and have been working together to build this business. So, if Peggy could come on, I will introduce her. She is a personal development and health coach. She's been devoting her life to helping others achieve optimal well-being. That's her passion. I mean, you can really feel it from her. You'll hear it from her. She loves the LifeWave technology. She's welcomed that addition to her ancient wisdom teaching and modern science, which, she does a mind, body, fitness for life program. She's also an award-winning author, a motivational speaker, a podcaster, an entrepreneur with passion for sharing knowledge that inspires others to explore purpose, resilience, and longevity. And she's currently continuing her education and becoming a doctorate in natural medicine. So welcome, Peggy. And I would love it, Peggy, if you could share with this community what exactly you did to get to this point to be a director, because I know initially it was kind of a challenge, and then you sort of shifted somewhere along the line and really got going.
Thank you, Anne and Robin and Gregory. Yeah, and thank you for that introduction. Wow, it makes me tired thinking that I'm doing all of that. But the LifeWave patches are helping, energy enhancer. So, it's interesting because when I first started, I really was a user. I was not interested in getting involved in the business or anything like that. And then Caroline was interested in what I was doing, and I loved Caroline Thonen's enthusiasm for the product and her belief in it. And then I saw results in myself as well as amazing miracles in my husband. And so I actually began sharing it with clients and seeing results with them. And so I was not, though, really interested in getting involved in network marketing. I had resistance to it. But I have to say, this leadership community is so remarkable, and especially you, Anne. I mean, you have been my go-to person, and Gregory and Robin have been amazing. And early on, Robin sent me some books about network marketing, which planted seeds, but I was still kind of a little resistant. And, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, and so I wasn't really looking to get involved in another business, but this became more and more apparent to me that I had to get involved. I started going to conventions and having so much fun and getting so much more information, and started watching more and more videos. And then I got involved with Connie Lucas's Sunday Zoom and was helping out with that. And so I really got invested and motivated. And I will tell you that I also had a big personal aha, because you know, network marketing was not my comfort zone. And what I learned was, you know, I could push myself out of my comfort zone and have my own growth experience. And, you know, as a health and personal development coach, I'm always like the expert. So I didn't understand that I didn't have to be the expert in this. And I learned how to point to tools. So, but let me share 3 quick tips with you that I think were valuable for me and really learned from my experiences and just getting more and more involved. And the biggest lesson is the fact that, you know, we are a relationship marketing company, and really the big R for relationships is the key. And we have such an amazing community of leaders. And so what I found was my upline, Anne and Connie Lucas and Gregory and Robin, and all of these amazing leaders were there to support me and my team in whatever way I wanted to be involved, wanted to grow, wanted to have outcomes, wanted to have goals. And without being, you know, elbowing me into anything, it was really more just being receptive. So I think the first thing is really developing relationships with one's upline, with one's sponsors, and really using that. And I have to say, I always felt intimidated on some levels, relying on Anne so much, because I was constantly dragging her into 3-way calls, and still do, and still ask her a ton of questions. But what I found is how gracious and, again, helpful and valuable her input is in everything that I'm doing. And so I just found that it's so important to be able to pull on that. And the second part is building relationships with the people who you bring in. And so now I've become part of 3-ways for Caroline's brand partners, and for Eileen Flack, who just became a manager, and so many others. So we're all in this together, and we all help one another. And I feel like that's really the big keys, is being part of something bigger than any one of us, and being part of this community, being part of this amazing company. And my third last thing is developing your own style. I was not comfortable with some of the materials that were available to use, some of the scripts, which are fabulous. I mean, they're great. They've helped so many people, but for me, it didn't resonate. And I had to find my own way of working with the materials so that I could kind of make it my own and be comfortable with it, so that when I share it with people, I'm authentic, I'm real, I believe in every aspect of it. So that was kind of my third part. So, and still sort of maintaining the network marketing framework. So those are kind of my 3 go-tos, and I hope somebody gets inspired and is able to move on through that.
Very powerful, very powerful. And I just want to, you know, review them with everybody, because I think it's really important. This is what this business is about. It's about relationships. And that's the first thing that you brought out, is the whole relationship piece. And not only did you talk about relationships with, you know, with us, with your brand partners, with the customer, right? I mean, you're maintaining that consistently with everybody. And that's so vitally important, because when you stay connected with your either brand partners or customers, you're gonna create retention. That's
absolutely
vitally important, right?
And the other thing is you create a team. I'll be honest, when I went to convention in November, I went with 5 brand partners and I thought, oh my gosh, I have a team. It was, I was just kind of reaching out, opening up and giving people opportunities. And suddenly I realized, wow, there's more than one of us, and that was exciting and continues to be.
And because you have used the team and you've been open enough to follow our guidance, you now are doing the same thing with your own team and repeating what you've learned. And this is the business of duplication. So we're duplicating, everything with our team, right? And I think the most important thing that you said to me was that you had to find your own style. And I think that's vitally important because, sometimes we try to mimic somebody else and it's not authentic. It's not real. It's not us. And we have to use our own language and we have to be comfortable with that language. And so I really think those 3 points are vitally important. So I'm going to go ahead and have you bring on Caroline, and you can go introduce her and she can share her tips as well.
That's awesome. I'm very excited. Caroline is my BFF, and we have done so much together, and this has been such an exciting journey to be on together and to keep growing through this. So Caroline is originally from Belgium, and really her journey is a tale of international transitions. So she took her MBA at the University of Dallas, ended up residing for 26 years now in Florida, and we're both in Naples. And Caroline has really always been focused on health and wellness. She's passionate about natural beauty, which led her to become a health and life coach. She's created several really fabulous day spas, and all focused on really promoting non-toxic beauty and health. So now she's a spa consultant, helping others achieve success and really helping to share this amazing technology that we have, and especially through the spa industry. So Caroline, if you will unmute, would love to have you share some of your insights on how you feel, what helped you get to the director level. And again, congratulations on achieving that.
Thank you, Peggy. It's good to hear your success. Your success is my success. That's the way I feel. You said earlier when you started that, I was the one that kind of sponsored you a little bit in the beginning. You were my upline. And then I said to you, let's do this. And I had doubts. You know what I mean? Like you, network marketing is not for me. And then you took over and became more vocal in that. So then I just followed. And I really was looking at you for a long time to see which road you would take, because I know the road you take is always the better road. And I actually had to change my approach many times to where I am now. So it took a while. In the beginning, I took it more as a business a road, like I need to get people under me, I need to share this, or I need to sell this, and going more to a different approach about this is not to sell, this is really to share. You have to love the patches, you have to know about the patches, but you have to love them more. That changed my whole approach. And it's only when I really started to understand how much in love I was with the patches and how I would just lovingly talk about it instead of selling them, that I was able to rank in advancement, from to manager to director. And I think when you said earlier team, it's exactly the same way. By sharing the love of the patches, you can build a loving team. You can build a team that supports each other, a team that is open to ask questions day and night and have the same passion about it, right? So I think changing venues for me really made a huge difference. And in the beginning, not many people know that, but I took actually a network marketing coach, and I really did not like at all his approach, and I had to cancel. It was very rigid, and it was all about selling. And so I really didn't do anything for months because I just couldn't go that way. This was not for me. And I thought, if this is it, well, I'm just going to use the patches and that's it. So taking a break and seeing what you were doing and changing my personal approach, and then influencing others in changing their approach as well. And I don't even consider it a team. I just call it friends, and we work together. We have the advantage of working together for a same goal, which is the same goal David Schmidt has, and Anne and Connie and you, is to share what these patches can do for us health-wise. So that's a little bit of what I have to say in finding your niche, like they say, business-wise, in what works for us.
So beautiful,
Well said.
I love it. Do you want to say anything, Peggy, before I say anything?
No, I was just going to say that, you know, it really speaks to finding that authenticity. And sometimes there are some missteps, and that's okay. But as long as you stay on the path and remember what the purpose is, and the purpose is really the technology and what it does to change people's lives. And so when you get vested in that understanding, the rest begins to fall into place as you develop your comfort level with your approaches. And so I love that, Caroline. That was beautifully said. Thank you.
It was. And I agree with Peggy. And I really love what you said about falling in love with the patches, falling in love with when you fall in love with the patches, it's easy to share, and sharing felt more comfortable to you. You know, and I totally get the whole MLM coach business, because I could never have that approach either. And I think that you have found the comfort in what works for you in your approach, your own authentic self is comfortable with what you're doing, and that's how you move forward. And I love that your team are your friends, right? They are your friends. So beautifully said, both of you. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I mean,
thank you.
Amazing what you both have accomplished.
Thank you.
Well, thanks to you and all the leadership, really, truly.
I just want to ditto everything that Anne just said. And we are in the caring and sharing business, you know, and we're going to have a love fest going on here. And it's such a wonderful community that's, you know, with an opportunity embedded into it, but we're really doing it for the right reasons. We're enhancing and changing, extending lives, and we're looking for people that are looking for us. You know, it's not about selling and telling. You know, I learned that a long time ago. It's about caring and sharing. And God bless you both. You know, and you know, and you're creating quite a legacy through these ladies here. And rah rah to all of you. Thank you so much for sharing. I know that you touched my heart, and I'm sure everyone's heart. All the 100 people that are on here listening to us tonight.
Thank you, Gregory, so much for your leadership as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, we have another surprise for everyone here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see if I can share my screen here. And here we go. So tonight, congratulations, Caroline and Peggy. And now we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk about the Atomic Habits Book Club. And I'd like to invite Judy Daniel to join in. Judy, if you want to turn your camera on. Judy really took this book and book club to heart, and she's, you know, she can't help herself. She's just loves educating and teaching people and creating simplicity. And Judy created a website all built around, you know, the Atomic Habits Book Club. And so, Judy, I'd like you to invite you to. You want to share your screen? Do you want me to share mine, and we'll go over to Live Younger Success to the What's New section?
Why don't I share if that's okay with you?
I was hoping you'd say that.
Good. And I would like to invite Robin to come on. Robin.
Robin's right here. And so she's listening, and she's within voice range with us here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here.
Well, I'm happy to share this page that I created. As many of you know, I'm all about creating simplicity, common denominators, and I really initially do it for myself. I mean, And I like to begin with the overview and before I do a deep dive into the details. And I looked at the book and I thought, you know, I could spend a lot of time getting lost in this and reading from front to back. And I really want to get the essence of it all at once. And so that's what had me create this. This is not, there's no explanation here. It's just simply what I felt was important. First of all, to know what an atomic habit is. James Clear says a few things there. And Liz, thank you for getting this up so quickly. So it's just a little habit that's part of a larger system. And just as atoms are the building blocks of molecules, atomic habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. You do not rise to the level of your goals. Love that. You fall to the level of your systems. Everything here, straight quotes from Atomic Habits. I put up a video of James Clear, how to get 1% better every day. And I took the 3 key lessons. I'm just going to go over the headings here about small habits make a difference, think 1%. Forget about setting goals, build identity-based habits. Because this is really, who do you want to become? And love this, every action is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. And you know, prove it to yourself with small wins. I feel that, you know, that if we change one habit, we change our lives. Because changing one little tiny habit just propels us into the next habit, which is easier, and the next one. And I started changing habits last year, and, you know, just start with something simple. The 4 laws of fundamental change. So overview again, what's an atomic habit? The 3 key lessons, the 4 laws of fundamental change. Number 1, make it obvious. And Sunshower and Adele did a fabulous job last Monday night. Thank you so much. And here are just the headings. Implementation intention. What is habit stacking? And James Clear takes this from Fogg, a Stanford professor. And it just goes to show that you can take somebody's skeletal idea and how you make it come alive. It's your own style, which was mentioned earlier. You take the system of the Live Younger, the system of network marketing, and that's a skeleton. And then we flesh it out with our personalities. And this is exactly what James Clear did with this book. He just took Fogg's concept and he ran with it. One of the best books I've read in a long time. So implementation intention, what is habit stacking? The formula, design your environment. Number 2, so we go from obvious to attractive. Use temptation bundling. The formula, suggestions. And I put down the formula over here under make it obvious. After I do my current habit, I will attach a new habit to it. For example, after I pour my tea, I will meditate for 60 seconds. So they're just kind of linked there. And under the attractive, the formula, the number 1 from before, and number 2, after habit I need, I will the habit I want. After I meditate for 60 seconds, I will write my to-do list. I just love this concept of habit stacking. And then suggestions. 3rd law, make it easy. 4th law, make it satisfying. So the 3rd law, make it easy. Use the 2-minute rule. He had that further down, but I wanted that to go with a little image there. Anyway, so 2-minute, when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. I love that. Reduce friction, prime the environment, make the decisive moment, automate your habits, and under satisfying, the 4th law. The 4th law of behavior change increases the odds that a behavior will be repeated next time. We're way more likely to repeat a behavior when the experience is satisfying. Use reinforcement. make doing nothing enjoyable, use a habit tracker, and never miss twice. When you forget to do a habit, make sure you get back on track immediately. And what a great quotation from James. I feel very, I can call him by first name now. The secret of getting results that last is to never stop making improvements. It's remarkable what you can build if you just don't stop. Sound like network marketing? Small habits don't add up. They compound. That's the power of atomic habits, tiny changes, remarkable results. And we're always talking in network marketing about the power of compounding. So then I thought, we want to hear from James Clear. So I put down 5 buttons here where you can buy your copy of Atomic Habits, the summary of Atomic Habits right here, the ultimate, I loved how you use that word, the ultimate habit tracker, habits cheat sheet, and 30 days to better habits, and its lessons. So that was what I gleaned from the book to give myself a bird's eye view, that overview. So when I started diving into each chapter and reading the stories and all of this, I knew where it all fit within this framework. Over to you, Gregory.
Over to you, Robin.
God bless you, Judy. Oh my gosh.
That's
you
beautiful.
And, you know, going back to my Covey days, Stephen would talk, you know, teach what you want to learn. And so by you breaking this down and creating the summaries and putting it together, you're the one who wins on this one. and like we had Adele and Sunshower last week, they did a beautiful job, and they're going to share a little bit about the benefits in just a minute. But I'm so grateful that you did this, because what happened to me when, you know, I knew this was an important book, and many of you know that I used to work with that other book that had the word habits in it. And what I learned was that a lot of people have a negative association with the word habit. They automatically go into thinking about what their bad habits are. And so the word can throw people off a bit. But then as I dug deeper into James Clear and I listened to interviews and keynotes and, you know, went on his website and opened up all kinds of things and signed up for the 30 days to better habits and just kind of took a deep dive into all of it, I was really deeply touched, because what he's really about isn't about habits. It's about how do you become who you want to be. And, you know, it's not about goals. It's about the systems that support it, which is the same thing in our business. And so it's really asking ourselves, you know, what are the habits that support the identity that we want to have, that we want to be, because our habits create our identity. So I'm going to ask Sunshower and Adele to briefly share some of the benefits from implementing some of this, because they've immersed themselves too. Then I'm going to come back on and give a little piece of homework. So
homework.
Sunshower, you want to go first, and then Adele?
I want Adele to go first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I can do that. I took this to heart. I actually moved to a new place on the first of the year. So I had no food to get, you know, everything was like a fresh start. So I made my own tracker, and I called it the Health Habit Tracker. And this has had me which today, the 15th. So for 15 days, I have been really, really good on my health program. And I just thought I'd read a few things that I get points. So based on the one that Judy, that was amazing, amazing, amazing. I mean, both Sunshower and I, I'm sure, just thrilled, because you really recapped it and did a beautiful job. And you got the health tracker, or the tracker there. So the idea is you put the days of the month across the top, and then the things you're going to do. So meditate, walk to town. I don't have a car where I'm living, so it's about a mile to walk to town. I happen to have brought my step, whatever it is, pedometer. And today I walked 5,200 plus steps. So it's about a mile into town. I walked one way in and then bought groceries and took a tuk-tuk back. So I have a place. I get a tick mark if I walk 5,000 steps. I get another one if I walk 10,000 steps. If I drink the water, if I eat clean, if I do yoga. Today I went to the chiropractor and I'm doing a breath work process with him. So that I get credit for. David Schmidt, 2 years ago at convention, spoke about when he introduced, I don't know if it was the Shine products or X49. He talked about that thing that you work really hard for 4 minutes. And I call it the Boost 4. Do you remember, Gregory? It's got a Japanese name.
Tabata. T-A-B-T-A. Tabata.
I call it Burst 4. And for me, it's 40 seconds of really hard running and moving, and then it's a 20-second break. And I do it to my favorite music. So I have an AM and a PM, and I get a point if I do one, or two if I do both of those. If I'm in bed by 10 o'clock, I get a point. If I eat slowly and I'm conscious about my food, I get a point. If I do something daring, I get a point. And I'm doing intermittent fasting. So what if I do a 4-hour open window or a 6-hour, 8-hour, I have different things. So for me, what's happened is I've been very competitive with myself. And some days I get 11 points for the day. Yesterday I got 16 points. So it's kind of just a little competition, and it's really got me being really on track. So I hope to come back to the United States in 2 months, much healthier, in a healthier body. So with X39, it certainly helps, but this is just really exciting for me. It's been really easy and fun. So that's what it's done for me.
Everybody hear that, easy and fun, and look at the benefits. You're being competitive with yourself. And when, one of the most valuable things about making changes is tracking them. And so you've got your tracker, and you don't want to miss checking off a box. And as James says, you never want to miss twice. And so it creates a sense of momentum when you see those boxes checked in. So that is, well, we look forward to checking in with you and seeing how the progress continues, my dear. Okay, thank you. Sunshower.
Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you so much, Judy. Oh, that was so fabulous. I'm going to be looking at that a lot, what you presented tonight. Thank you, thank you. I'd just like to read a tiny bit from James's book on page 165. Talks about 1 push-up is better than not exercising. 1 minute of guitar practice is better than none at all. 1 minute of reading is better than never picking up a book. And that sort of mindset is really typical, isn't it, of our LifeWave business too. In fact, as I'm doing my tracker as well, it's hard for you to see here, but I'm doing my tracker too. And it's like, I'm building some momentum here in my own life. Just like Adele was saying, it becomes sort of a competition with self. So let me just read you a couple things that I'm really proud of. I'm definitely doing my fasting for 16 hours at a time. I'm giving you my best shots here. My water intake, I get a tick every single day. I'm good at my water. And meditating for 15 minutes. Now, here's another one. I call it my tizzy breaks. So I get kind of in a tizzy, right? I get going all day, going in this direction. And you know what slows me down and has me take what I call a tizzy break, because I get on a tizzy, is my kitty cat. She sits and she just stares at me. And I'm like, what? She's not licking her lips. So it's not about food. It's getting me to slow down. So I get on my couch, I put my pillow on my lap, and she jumps up and she pretty much insists that I take a tizzy break. So I'm getting, I have marks every day for that too. You guys, it's more fun than you can imagine. 4 laws sounds really, really important, and like, oh my God, another thing I have to memorize. And it's so complicated. Guess what? Not really. Thanks, you guys, for the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, that was great. Is your cat's name Tizzy?
No, I get in a tizzy.
Okay.
Oh, you get
a tizzy, so I call it a tizzy break.
Yeah. Well, be careful when you say you need a break.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm going to change the wording.
So that was so wonderful. And I think everyone can see the energy that's coming off these two as they've embraced this. And you know me, and my love and passion is about, having a safe place for all of us to grow. And this fits right in with John Maxwell. It fits right in with our business. What are those behaviors that can be created into systems that create the identity that you want? And so at the bottom of the website that Judy created, there's something called 30 Days to Better Habits. And for those of you that want homework, and it's really all about how can you, get more of what you want in this life. And it's at the very bottom. Oh, there you go. So the first one, lesson 1, that's the homework, is how do you choose a habit that sticks? The most important decision you're going to make is what habit do you want to build? And so if you pick the right one, it's going to be easy. And the alternative, to looking at achievement habits is looking at identity-based habits. And that's what this is about. So the homework is to look at this lesson is only a few pages long. And so that's the homework. And we'd love to hear from maybe 1 or 2 of you next week as you're embarking and engaging with this amazing material. As if you go, what I did is I went online to YouTube and I just put James Clear in, and oh my gosh, did I get all kinds of cool stuff. And then I went on for James Clear quotes and got cool stuff. So the guy is young and wise and prolific and life-changing. So it's really about keeping it really simple, 2 minutes, and have a 1% improvement will have a massive impact on the trajectory of our lives. It's truly a powerful trim tab. So that's the homework for those that choose to accept it. And we're going to continue going deeper in this. This is not just a book. This is truly an opportunity to create the identity of your dreams and develop the systems and support to make it as easy as possible to become the person that you really want to be. Okay, back to you, Gregory.
Wow. What a rich call this has turned out to be. This is a keeper, and I think we're all going to be going back to the replay on this. All these wise women. I feel so blessed, as we all should, to be surrounded by all these wise women. Oh, man. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We've got a few other things we're going to go ahead and cover that was in the newsletter. Some good news. And so good news is upcoming events this January 27th. We have our vision event. We've talked a lot about that. And I hope many of you will be attending or hosting a home meeting. A great way to bring your local community together, break some bread, have a potluck, and have some fun and learn a lot. Now, a new event that just came out that's now on the horizon, February 24th. So a month later in Orlando, David Schmidt, Stem Cell Activation Technology, is alive and well and coming to Orlando, Florida. And so I want to thank Dr. Stacy, who arranged this, to pull it all together with David and found a date that worked for him. I encourage everyone that can be there to register in advance. I just have a gut feeling this event's going to sell out. So there is a click through in the newsletter. It's $35 event fee. It's going to be a fabulous venue. It's a 9 to 5. It's an all-day event. There's going to be a 2-hour dinner break, and then coming back for an evening dance party and disco with the DJ. So hope to see many of you there, especially our Florida team. Another, stuff that we've already gone through. Cancun qualifiers list is now available for you. You can click there and find out if you're in the running and what some of the higher points, what your points might be. Heart to Heart convention replay still there. I wanted to point out other events coming up this week. Tomorrow night, Anne Moreau is going to be interviewing Dr. Henrietta. So we really look forward to that in our new format for the LifeWave X39 intro. So this is a great call for guests, customers, and brand partners. So load up the call tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, finally, we're actually going to have this month's LifeWave Connect product webinar with David. Due to the first week, it was due to David's travel schedule. Second week, it was due to the incredible weather challenges we're having all around the country. But this Wednesday, live in the morning, replay in the afternoon, David's going to be talking about X39 and our energy enhancer, the first product and our best product. They're all good, but certainly X39 has become our hero product, which has really powered this company into the momentum that we're all sharing with it. Thursday, business training. And now we have another new call, the Spanish LifeWave X39 intro. That's at 4:30, and that's on ConnieZoom.com. And then we have another Sunday call that's on ConnieZoom.com, also at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time zone. So that's 7:30 Eastern time zone. Both of those, the Thursday is great for Spanish-speaking guests, but the Sunday is great for everyone. And I think there was like 250 people on the call last night. So those of you who were on it, I know you enjoyed it. So thank you, Connie, Ann, and everybody that's coming together to make this community opportunity, such a wonderful place for us all to be. So that's really what we had to share tonight. We went a little bit over. We try and keep these calls around 30 minutes, but I think would all agree that this was a worthwhile extension. And so thank you, ladies. Such a great job. Sunshower, Peggy, Caroline, Ann, Adele, Robin, Judy, and I just get to be in the middle and kind of move it along. So thanks, everyone. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you and talk to you on one of the upcoming calls. Good night.